If you only knew the power of the dark side, it is your destiny.
This is Take the Gate. It is June 22nd, 2014, and this is a blog post from TSA Out of Our Pants by the gentleman of the same lawsuit. His name is Corbett. And Jonathan Corbett was arrested at a TSA checkpoint and held for over an hour. And this is, by all means, the weirdest case that I've ever seen come out of court in this part of the world, in Florida. 11th Circuit Court, TSA may read your documents at checkpoints and is not responsible for assault by its screeners. So, it was, I believe, the 11th Circuit Court heard oral arguments in the case against this gentleman. And in their findings of challenging, it says that the TSA now are allowed to read through your personal documents at checkpoints. So your most personal documents, TSA is not allowed to view. They can threaten travelers with false arrest and forcible search. They can conduct a retaliatory search that lasts up to an hour or longer. They can refuse to identify any of their screeners at the checkpoints if you have a problem to report them. And then they can lie about the existence of the checkpoint videos in response to a FOIA request, Freedom of Information Act request. What this also does not entail is that they are allowed to assault you, and you have so you cannot sue them if you get punched, tortured, or insulted with defamation, emotional distress, or any other thing that does not kill you. That's part of their modus operandi, their operating procedures. The judge ruled that the TSA may indeed do all the above in its 32-page opinion. That court ruled that it is perfectly reasonable for the TSA to read through your documents, digital documents, because it may prove that you have a fake ID, provide additional suspicion if you have literature the state does not like, and ruled that screeners are not officers of the United States, even though they call themselves security officers, and that this distinction means that the government is not liable, and neither is the screener individually. If they say they punch you in the face, unlawfully invade your privacy, cause emotional distress, so as long as you don't resist, but are doing so in the course of their duties, the court has ruled that there is nothing to be done about lying in a Freedom of Information Act request, other than force them not to lie, which means that the government is now an incentive to lie in the first instance. And the court ruled that the TSA can hide the names and faces from anyone in checkpoint security cameras of its screeners. Quite simply, the opinion was complete rout, save for the somewhat unusual note that at the end of the defendants will have to pay their own costs in fighting the case in court. So he's planning to take this back and appeal this decision. So if you're in the airport and you're trying to catch a plane, just like in any other third world nation, the government doesn't like you, doesn't like what you're saying, because you are a citizen journalist, activist, lawyer that stands up for the people against big business, governments that are corrupt. They could then plant evidence in your pocket or your luggage as you go through the screening process, claim that they found it there. You request a video, you can't find the video, and they could upload child pornography onto your laptop. You name it, they can do it. And this gives them every authority to do it without being checked. So as a side note, all the politicians and the lawyers that think that they are above the law and that they won't be held to account by the police, well, there is a contingent of TSA officers out there that are full well and ready and willing to start spiking your contents in your luggage with contraband. So when you find cocaine, or when there's cocaine in your luggage and you didn't put it there, and you're going to prison for that, you now know who to blame. It's now these TSA agents that we have already infiltrated. This is Take the Gate. Please comment, rate, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Signing out.